Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, a pick a card reading. I don't know if I've ever done a pick a card reading before, but y'all have been asking for do a pick a card, do a pick a card, do a pick a card. So, I am here to honor that request. We're gonna do a pick a card today, and y'all are gonna go through from scratch with me, and that's gonna be the adventure today. That's what we're diving into. So, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. These videos are always meant to be helpful, not hateful, so if you're down with that, join the family here. We'd love to have you. And in addition to subscribing and tapping that notification bell, you can become a member of the Perk Squad for 5 extra perks if you would like. And that includes exclusive video content and video shout outs like this one. Shout out to you, Melanie Dance. I had to look over at your name, make sure I was going to say it right. Melanie Dance, shout out to you. Thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. Big hugs to you. Thank you. And Penelope thanks you as well, sporting her red to match Mama's lips over here. So she thanks you too. Alrighty, y'all. Let's go ahead and pull up these cards and move this microphone, right chair. Yeah. And pick a card. So this is going to be a pick a card where it is what do we most need to know right now? The message that you most need to hear right now based on the pile that you decide to pick. So we're going to do 3 different piles, and I'm just going to do a 6-card spread in each one. So this is how we're going to do it. Give a card to pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and I'm gonna do this 6 damn times. So this might end up getting sped up. I might speed this up so that you don't have to suffer through. All right, we've got 6 down for each of the 3 piles. So what I'm gonna do, just real quick, to help you choose which one you feel most gravitated towards, I'm going to put crystals on them because I feel like that'll help you know which pile you feel like you are most connected to. So I'm going to put this rose quartz here. That way, if you know this is calling to you, speaking to you, you can feel that within yourself. I'm going to put this smoky quartz here in the middle so you can determine that for yourself. And I'm going to put this clear quartz here at the end. So go ahead and determine for yourself if you are going to select your rose quartz stack, the smoky quartz stack, or if you are interested in the clear quartz stack. Go ahead and in your mind select which stack is gonna be the message that applies to you, because I'm fixing to move some of these off so I can dive right on in. Okay, so excuse you for a little second. Slide off to the side if you would, please. Thank you, darling. And then you slide off to the side if you would, please. Thank you, sweets. And that means, oh, rose quartz, here you are, ready. So let's see what we have in store for rose quartz. All of you who selected that pile, that felt like you were most drawn to that pile, this message is for you. What your guides feel like you most need to know right now. This is what you most need to know right now. Alrighty, so what I'm seeing here is some relationship-oriented stuff. Now, this doesn't have to mean a romantic relationship. This can be a relationship in terms of romance, in terms of friends, in terms of colleagues, in terms of family members. This is just a relationship card, and there's something here that is off about a relationship card. This is either something that has ended, needs to end, or needs to change the way it is so that you can check yourself before you wreck yourself kind of energy. There's some conflict here that I see going on, and a sense here of like, I feel deflated. I don't know if I can, do this anymore. Like, damn, I don't want to, try to go at this anymore. This is just a lot. I'd rather not have to think about it. Can this just be easier? Like, come on. I just want it to chop and smooth out and me not to have to do anything with that. And so it's just kind of this sense of, I'm just ready for things to be easy. Give me that easy button I can hit. I'm just ready for that. And I feel you. I feel you here. They feel you too. What they're giving you down here, the Queen of Cups card is upright. So this is my classic self-care card. They're saying that in some type of way, as it relates to this situation, you are losing your own sense of boundaries, you getting your needs met, things like that. You might be either trying to be agreeable just so they'll stop, shut up, leave you alone, whatever, or you're trying to avoid them so that they won't be whatever. But either way you're handling this, you're handling it in a way that they feel like is some room for improvement to do better by you emotionally. So if you're being a yes man to people, then that doesn't suit you because it doesn't say what you truly feel. However, if you're being overly antagonistic to some relationship, then that doesn't help you because it's aggravating some of the responses that they may be giving, which isn't helping what you feel. Alternatively, if you are outright trying to ignore or avoid the situation, it's not helping you because that elephant is still in the room. So just because you're avoiding it and not looking at it doesn't mean it's not there. The stress of that is still there. It's just not acknowledged and it's not dealt with. And so they're saying any of the ways that you're dealing with this right now could be improved upon by thinking about what is it that I'm needing and how is that not getting met right now, and what could I be doing better to make sure that gets met? Because what they're saying here is if you continue forward like this, it's just kicking a dead horse and we're not going to get anywhere with that. And so they're wanting you to think about it through that different way. Think about it through that different way. And they're just putting in my mind, if you selected this pile and you're like, but I can't think of a relationship, even if it's family members, friends, colleagues, or a romantic partner, I can't think of any relationship than this fits, then it's you. We have a relationship with ourselves. And that is probably our most important relationship. And so if none of that applies in any other arena, take this as they're talking about there's a better way for you to handle your own relationship with yourself. What does your inner talk say? What is that inner dialogue telling you? How are you treating yourself? How are you handling your own inner conflicts? And what is that saying about any room for improvement? So just thinking about that, this is meant to come off in a very loving way. They're trying to be helpful here. So that's what I'm seeing here with the rose quartz folks. So let's pull this up and get over here to our Smoky Quartz one. So, Team Smoky Quartz. Who are you? What do y'all most need to hear right now? And at the end of all this, I want a hands up for anybody that watched all three piles, even if they only selected one of the three piles. If people are like, I watched all three, I selected this one, but I watched all three, I want to see that in the comments below for people who are just curious to see what everybody's pile said. And if you did watch all three piles, even if you only chose one, did you get something out of that? Was there something that you're like, I'm glad I watched all three because blah, 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 blah. Let me know. Very curious to hear. Very curious to see what everybody says about that. So, okay. what we're looking at here for you, Smoky Quartz people who picked that. Don't you love Smoky Quartz, how you can technically see through it? You see it's technically transparent, you know? I freaking love that, you know? But anyway, and this one's all polished off so that it looks darker. It was a broken end of it. There's another end of it over here. The end of it that didn't break off. This is darker at the tip, but it gets lighter at the bottom. But yeah. So, anywho, for y'all, the message that you most need to know right now from the guides is that this is an interesting time for y'all. This is an interesting time for y'all. Y'all have gone through some shit. Okay? Y'all have gone through some shit. The people in this crew here, y'all are some survivors, okay? Y'all really are. Y'all have been through some heartache. Y'all have had your hands tied where there felt like there was no good way to get out of something. And guess what? You managed to find a way out of something. And what they're trying to say here is you will probably, and again, I'm sorry to say it, but you will probably get into another challenging situation in your near future. We have the Wheel of Fortune card here in reverse, which can sometimes be a bit of a bad luck omen. It doesn't mean it's a earth-shattering horrible thing, but it is a disappointment, it is a speed bump, it is a bit of a roadblock. And what they're trying to show here is that your experience here of having gone through a lot of hard stuff and being a survivor, they're like, please use that experience, what you've gone through, what you know, to help you when you get to this next step in the road, this next little hurdle, this next little speed bump to go over. Please pull on the strength, resilience, knowledge, wisdom, understanding of the utter bullshit you've been through before and use that here, because that's the key. That's the key to this door. The Fool card upright, you know, he's sitting here ready to jump off this cliff because he feels absolutely confident and assured that something down there is going to catch his fall and he's going to be okay. So he's like, fuck it, live for the day, carpe diem, let me jump off this cliff, I got this. And they're wanting you to have that same kind of confidence. They're wanting to be like, hey, this ain't your first rodeo, okay? You don't have to be, you know, that scared, hurt person that went through these initial things when you were younger or earlier than now. They're like, you don't have to be that same person. You've grown so much, you've expanded so much, you've gone through so much. Now you're a much wiser person, further along. You have what it takes to take this leap. You have that. You may not realize it. You may not give yourself that, but you do. You do. And so with this, again, with that King of Pentacles in reverse, kind of echoing that same energy for y'all. Y'all are getting red like this. That's interesting. Smoky Quartz, y'all are getting red like that. And also interestingly enough, Smoky Quartz is a very protective type of energy. So this is good. It's like they're already giving some spiritual protection to that which you're going to be going through, any darkness that you're going to be tangoing with. They're already giving some spiritual protection. Just go ahead and soak up the energy of this Smoky Quartz through this. Energy passes through everything. Everything is energy. Soak it up. Soak it up. You know, who cares if you feel weird? Like, can I soak up energy from a crystal through a video? Just pretend like you can. Pretend like you can. Feel it so through and through that you make it happen for yourself and use that as you're going forward in this. They're saying you've got all the tools. And so they're acknowledging that you know what pain feels like and that you have really been through the ringer, but they're really thinking of you as the wise old sage that's done it. They're thinking of you as the Rocky Balboa that got punched down, but you popped right on back up and you went the distance. And so they're saying take that hit of bad luck here and know that you're going to be able to turn this around and you're going to be able to get through the thing that's coming up next for you. So heads up, something is coming up. However, when it gets to you, you will know what it is. You will know this is the thing. And you will know, but I've got this. They already told me how to deal with this. And they already told me that I could deal with this. And that I was going to make it through to the other side. And that this too would pass. And so I already know the outcome is okay. So I feel that much more confident to tackle it. And that's what they're trying to make sure you've got. So, there you go, Smoky Quartz Row. There you go. There you go. Alrighty. And now, last but certainly not least, our clear quartz. In my way, I'm like original quartz, but clear quartz, folks. All right, let's look over here. What is it that your guides most want you to know? What is it that your guides most want you to know right now? Okay. Most want you to know right now. Ooh, very interesting here. Very interesting. So, what I'm seeing for y'all, there's some energy here. It's interesting. We don't have any wands energy in this. We have 2 swords. We have 2 pentacles. We have 2 cups. So we seem pretty balanced, except for we're missing that wand. So that's missing some fire, missing some ambition, missing some drive. So it feels like y'all are a little bit caught up in some of the other things that are going on in life right now. Y'all are caught up in trying to feel stable, like financially stable, or stable in a job, or stable in housing, or stable some kind of a tangible way. Y'all are also trying to get a grip over things mentally. Maybe you feel like you've got way too many tabs open in your mind, and you're like, holy crap, I'm just going through one after the other after the other. I need to shut some of these damn tabs, because it's just like, you know, so much mental energy going here. And then there's this sense of some of you starting new relationship things, and some of you ending old relationship things. So there's kind of a revolving door feel that we're getting here, where there's an emotional aspect to going in your life. Some people, it's emotional coming in. Some of you, it's emotional going out. But there is that common thread of some incoming or outgoing emotional stuff. And so y'all are missing that fire right now. You're missing that fire right now. And with what I'm seeing here, it's okay for a moment if you're missing the fire, but take that in mind that we can't cut it out for forever. You're gonna have to invite that energy back in. You're gonna have to include it back in at some point. Take your time, but no, you got to get there. So what we're looking at here, we're looking again, trying to get financially stable, trying to get settled in some sort of housing for people who may be changing jobs or moving to, you know, a different home or stuff like that. There's going to be some sense of just trying to get settled for y'all. And that's understandable. Take the time you need to try to get settled. And again, with all of your tabs open here, they're saying, for you to get a hold of your tab, your tabs, you're gonna have to force it to slow down. So you know how when your computer is fucking up and it's doing all of this and it gives you the blue screen of death and stuff like that, and sometimes all you know how to do is just hit the power button and hold it until the whole unit turns the fuck off? You're gonna have to do that with yourselves, okay? So all of you clear quartz people, you're gonna have to do a manual reset on yourselves. A manual reset on yourselves if you want to get these tabs down, which means your mind is wanting to compute. It's trying to think, it's trying to process, it's trying to compute. You're going to have to close all that down. So here, this is meditation. This is pulling up hypnosis tracks on YouTube and going with that. This is taking a hike down a very quiet trail. This is gardening in your front yard and trying to be very focused on what it is that you're doing. For those of you that can literally not, no matter how hard you try to close down your mind, find some way that you can at least be mindful of just one task at a time. So maybe I'm giving my dogs a bath, and I'm just very into giving my dogs a bath. And while I'm giving my dogs a bath, all I'm thinking about is how the shampoo feels as I'm scrubbing it in the dogs, how it feels to make sure they're not licking the shampoo off as I'm trying to clean them, you know, how it feels to make sure stay in the damn tub, don't try to Houdini up out of this bitch, you know, whatever that helps keep you solidly in the moment of the task, instead of, I wonder what the Sunday Times said today as I clean this dog and give it some conditioner, you know, like whatever. I don't even know if there's a such thing as the Sunday Times. I don't even know if that's a fucking real paper or whatever. I pulled that out of my total ass. But something along those lines. You see what I mean? Where you have one task and you're focusing on that one task and all the elements on that task, but no tabs open for any other topics while you're on that task. That's for the people who can't shut things down. Now, there's some of you who think you can't shut things down, but you haven't given it the good old college try enough. And there is some work you could do on that, some baby steps you could do on that, and it could be like pulling up a guided meditation on YouTube, putting in your headphones and just trying to listen and drift off to that, or something along those lines. But there is that sense of, if you want to get more control and clarity of your mind and thoughts, you're going to first have to do this manual shutdown. First, you're going to have to do that. Then in terms of the emotional stuff, again, like I said, the revolving door energy we've got going on, for those of you that has emotional stuff coming in, they're saying to embrace this. Don't block it off. Don't block it out. Don't push away any emotional abundance that could be coming to you. And on the flip side, for those of you who may be having some emotional stuff go out the door, allow it to. Don't buck against it. Don't try to hold on to things past their expiration date. Let it go. Just let it go. So, all right. We're seeing those 3 themes here for you clear quartz people. We're seeing your 3 themes. So, since I'm not a pick a card person usually, I don't know if I've ever done one on this channel. If I have, it may have been one time before. What do y'all think about this format? What do you think about the pile you chose? What do you think about if you listen to other people's? What do you think about other people's piles? Just give me your thoughts on the messages, on your message, other people's messages, the format, all kinds of things. Just very curious as to what you're thinking here, what you're feeling here. And yeah, and I'll consider trying these again sometime in the future, maybe, if Miss Penelope will let me. Bossy bitch! Alrighty, y'all, that's my cue. Then I need to put in a B-roll and get the hell out of here. So, anywho, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, love you minute. Bye, love you minute. Bye, y'all. Mm-hmm.